I am very excited to present to you today the book Learner and User Experience Research, an Introduction for the Field of Learning, Design, and Technology. This book was created in collaboration with Andrew Tofik, Isa Yanka, and Yvonne Earnshaw, and of course with all of the chapter authors whose names that you can see here. And we're going to dive right in and talk a little bit about the book now.
So when we started down this path of creating this edited volume, our vision was to create an introductory resource with a focus specifically on the theory and practice of learner experience and user experience in the field of learning design and instructional design. Now, what predicated this was a premise that learning design cannot be adequately informed on the basis of theories and models that are derived from ed psych and learning sciences alone, but instead that learners' individual perceived experiences of interaction with learning technologies also must be considered as critically important to the learning process. So we recognized there was a need for a resource. We see that interest is growing in user experience and learner experience within our own field, but that there's a lack of guidance in our own field. If you want to apply these methods and processes, you have to look outside of our field. We recognize that user experience is core to many of our sister disciplines, such as human-computer interaction or information technology. However, historically within our own field, user experience has received little attention. That said, interest is increasing and use is absolutely increasing. Just take a look at the number of papers that are being published and take a look at the job market and the number of positions that are being announced that use the job title Learning Experience Designer, right? So there is clearly growing attention towards the hedonic aspects of learning design. That would be perceptions of satisfaction or having a pleasurable experience. Right? So it's not as if learning experience design is something that's on the horizon. It's something that is already here. But of course, because it's so new and it's just beginning to emerge within our field, there are a number of associated challenges with it. Now, in terms of the goals of this book, we had two overarching goals. On the one hand, we wanted to explicate the ontological and the epistemological underpinnings of user-centered design and user experience as applied within our field. And on the other hand, we wanted to foreground the importance of learning and learner experience as an emerging design paradigm within our field. So why don't we just dive right into the edited volume? The entire book consists of 16 book chapters that were developed in total by around 40 authors. We have published it using an open access model. It's published using a Creative Commons license. And that means that it is an open educational resource. And by virtue of being an open educational resource, people are granted 4 rights, or the 4 R's of OERs. You are able to reuse this, to rework it, or to revise it, to remix it, and to redistribute it. And you're able to do this freely without asking us for our permission, as long as you abide by the terms of the Creative Commons license.
The book consists of 3 sections. The first section is Methods, Paradigms, and Theories of LX Design. The second section is Models and Design Frameworks for LX. And the third section is LX Design in Use. Section 1, Methods, Paradigms, and Theories of LX Design, consists of 5 chapters representing an assortment of perspectives on methods, paradigms, and theories related to LX design. The chapters in this section illustrate how theories and methods that have found resonance elsewhere could be applied advantageously in LX. These contributions add to a growing repository of theoretical and methodological foundations for LX and advance our understanding of how these might be applied practically in LX design. Section 2, Models and Design Frameworks for LX, includes 6 chapters exploring an assortment of models and design frameworks for LX. Drawing from a broad spectrum of views and approaches, authors in this section grapple with a range of issues relevant to conceptually grounding individual approaches in informing their design processes. Collectively, these frameworks begin to unveil the preliminary gestalt of LX as a focus area beginning to emerge in LIDT. Section 3, LX Design in Use, consists of 4 chapters that relay cases of LX design in use. By design in use, we refer to the applied use of LX methods and processes to create digital environments for learning. These chapters serve as exemplars on multiple levels. On one level, they represent worked examples that detail the actions, events, rationales, challenges, etc. of LX design from beginning to end. On another level, the chapters are success cases of LX design, highlighting the synergistic interplay of pedagogy and theory with perceptions of usefulness and other hedonic aspects.